New at 6 tonight, the county just released its community health assessment from this past year. CitrusTV combed through the document and we found lead levels are still high among children. And our Nicole Ponte joins us live from the Civic Center downtown. Nicole, what should we be concerned about most?
Well, Adam, you're probably familiar with a Splenda packet. It holds a small amount of artificial sugar. And when CitrusTV combed through this document, we wanted to find answers to why children's lead levels were so high. And the Department of Health tells us that the amount of lead it takes to affect someone's life is equal to the amount of Splenda in this packet. Paul Chavari is a community organizer for legal services of CNY.
The levels in some neighborhoods and some census tracts are 10 times as high as what the national average is.
And he says the rise of lead levels in children comes as no surprise.
That within the first 10 micrograms per deciliter of lead, you can lose up to 7 IQ points.
The health assessment states the original 5% of children in the county with an elevated lead level raised to 10.5%. Deborah Lewis, the county's lead program coordinator, says this has to do with the lack of access to lead level testing.
Declines in the number of kids tested are based on a number of things, partly due to COVID, having access to medical services during the closures, families not being able to get appointments with their providers, and that was complicated by a recall of testing supplies.
Lewis says early detection is key when dealing with lead poisoning in the county.
Onondaga County is incredibly fortunate to be one of a handful of counties that get additional funding to do what's called primary prevention. And that includes inspecting properties that are not associated with a child with an elevated test result.
This is something Syracuse native Oceana Fair says would have helped her family when she was growing up.
My brother was lead poisoned when he was about 2 in 1982. In a home that my parents were renting on the south side.
Oceana's brother Bobby is not the only person in her family to be affected. Her granddaughter was also lead poisoned.
We've done a lot of early interventions with her, and I did go to bat for her back when she was in kindergarten to ensure she had an IEP in place, so we have those interventions in school.
Oceana's case shows how this has been a community issue for decades. 60% of homes in the county were built before 1978. That's the year there was a ban put on lead paint. Looking citywide, it's about 90% of all occupied properties.
There was so much lead concentrated that their blood level was so high that they had seizures, or they might have passed away.
Now, children are supposed to be tested from ages 1 to 2, and the Department of Health tells us they actually get to 75 to 82% of those children tested every single year. And Lewis tells us that we can expect more state-based and mobile testing available in the next couple months. For now, we're live from downtown Syracuse. I'm Nicole Ponte, CitrusTV News. Guys?